This channel is supported by Tier 0 Games. Head to the link in the description in order to pick up the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards, other TCGs, as well as plenty of accessories, and stay tuned for more videos on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel. Right, we're at the European Championship 2019. Who are you, and what did you do?
I'm Matthew Chen, and I made top 64 of the European Championship.
What were you playing?
I was playing Salamangreat.
Cool.
It was just probably the most solid deck in the format.
Nice. Do you want to take us through the list?
Sure. So I played only 600 rounds. So a lot of lists I've seen have been playing like Vela, Impermanence, and even Ogre just to counter Thunder Dragon.
Yeah.
But like, the problem with those cards are they're not high impact enough, and versus Orcust you can break their board unless they open like absolutely crazy, and even then one hand trap probably wasn't good enough to stop them. Whereas for Thunder you had to open multiple hand traps, and that like drastically decreases like the chance of opening other engine cards in your deck.
Yeah.
Which, like, we weren't a fan of in particular, so we just decided to cut them and instead decide really heavily for Thunder instead. So that was just the hand traps of the day. Then 3 Buffalo. No debug. The reason is it's too fragile of a starter. It loses to a lot of things. Like it is particularly bad going second. It loses to Ogre even going first. It's just not very good. So this card, it digs further in through your deck to see more engine cards, and even though sometimes you might not have enough salad cards to like have this card function like well, we decided to like maximize on the amount of like salad cards we could like play in order to make this card work, and it works fantastically. Like this beat him.
Yeah.
So the main bit, so you got 3 Foxy, 3 Gazelle, and 3 Spinny. A lot of lists have been cutting it to 2, but we decided to play 3 just because of the Buffalo, and it's always the card you want to ditch with Buffalo, really.
Yeah.
And then 1 Falco. This one, yeah, you only need to run 1. If you banish it off Desires or anything like that, I think you can live without it. It's quite flexible for a card. It can like reset rage during their turn and stuff like that. It has like really cool interactions as well. It just recycles stuff, which is like quite important. This card is also really good, but it's the card they usually like hold by the grave or Shark Cannon. So we decided to run a second just for that, because just running 1 means just susceptible to just losing to a Shark Cannon. That means they cut off your supply of Sunlight Wolves, and it's really bad. 2 foul. I should have played 3, but like we had to cut down the deck to 40 cards.
Yeah.
So like the 3rd foul would have been the 41st card. So
this card is like literally the reason why you beat Sky Striker, you beat the Mirror, and you beat Orcust. Like the second effect to lock back row isn't once per turn.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I did it twice, like they literally picked up the card and were like, what? You literally just go foul, send something, lock a back row, and they're like, okay. And then you go foul, send itself, lock another back row, and now they have no back row, and you kill them because you summon yourself.
yeah, so, like the coolest interaction that Nala taught me was like you go summon any random salad monster. You chain in 1 and then chain in 2. This blocks even Ash, because sometimes you need Sanctuary going second because it's an actual extender. So reincarnate something for free, and then you add the Sanctuary. They can't get stopped. Foul, 7 Bailings. So now this is protected from like Roar even in the Mirror, and you can pin Roar. And then if you know that they've reset Roar and they have no other back row, then you can then summon Gazelle from hand.
Yeah.
So like all your plays are safe, because sometimes in the Mirror they might not know that like they're just like subconsciously just holding Roar for Gazelle, so they'll misplay into this.
Yeah.
Because they should almost certainly roll this at that point.
Okay.
It also plays around Super Poly as well. Like, because they have to Super Poly at this point where you have foul, and if they do that, you just summon Gazelle and win.
Yeah.
And if you know they have a Roar, you can literally just make this chain link 1 and you protect the foul to the field, and if they Roar Bailings, then you're fine, you just keep playing.
Okay.
So next spells. I don't know how many monsters this is, but just
23.
23.
If it's my list.
Yeah. So 3 mining, 3 desires, 3 circle. Maximize starters. It makes no sense to not play max. Like you just want to see Gazelle or just like this card gets you into like extenders as well, which is insane.
Yeah.
And the deck's basically built to just if anything gets ashed, you just have another. You either have a +1, you have another extender. If you send Spinny, they ash Gazelle, you just make start later.
Yeah.
It's like it's just busted.
Okay, and then the reason why I decided to like play this deck was because of this card.
Soul Charge.
Yeah. So the reason why like I was at first hesitant to play Salad was because Dweller's a massive problem in the mirror. But this gets around Dweller.
Yeah.
Because it lets you like send it off Gazelle and then you just grab it back off Wolf and you can like grab level 4s in your grave, or if you only have one level 4 you can like heat to the other level 4 in their grave and make a Dweller. It lets you play through a weak Salad board. Obviously if they open strong and they open like Dweller, Trap, more stuff, you're never going to win, but like this allows you to play through the weaker to average hand that they open, so it's not completely dire, which is like what we were looking for.
Also, there's a combo with Will where if you open any Salamangreat plus Gazelle, you can always make Dweller through their Dweller. Like if you have any other extender, you can just use that extender to bait one of their traps and then still make the combo. It's like guaranteed.
And then the one brick. Finally, just 4 traps. So, like originally we wanted to play Cosmic Cyclone in the main, but like we didn't want to have a dead card versus Thunder, even though Cycling was like good against the other top 4 decks in the tier 1 like bit. So they were good against Striker, Orcus, and Salad. But like this, we bumped it up to max because it's good against every deck. Like you always want to see it in your opening hands. And it's also phenomenal against Rogue as well.
Yeah.
Like setting this turn 1 is literally an answer for every deck in the format. And then just the 1 raw because like you still need it. It comes up sometimes. Like against Striker, you might not want to like make rank 4 plus Rage. You might want to make Rage raw.
Yeah.
So. Also playing into a Dweller board, we run 25 Salamangreat names, so being forced to just use Foxy effect on summon makes it even more lethal because you can just add a Rage, add a Will, and you've got a slight chance of making a Dweller through a Dweller.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another great point. A lot of the time you would just go Signet Mining, pitch a trap, and just add it back later, because if you only had enough spinny mining, then you can go Spinny Gazelle for the Dweller and then just add back the trap. So you wouldn't go nag. Do you want the side or?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, following up on like the early bit about not playing the weak hand shots, we decided to play like as many of the powerful hand shots that we thought were good against Thunder. So it's these 9. So they all have like a particularly weird place in the Thunder matchup, but they're also good against other decks. So these 2 are phenomenal against Orcus. And this you can put in against Striker, but I'm not sure about that because, like, it is a neg 1 against that deck. And I think the only way to play against that deck is you need to open more of your engine and just break their boards. You need to break multi-roll, and this makes you lose a card in order to do that, so I'm not sure about it. But it is still really good versus Thunder.
What's your opinion on no material versus Striker? When you're going second?
Going second? Like, the only time they go for, like, another link other than Kagari or Shizuku turn 1 is when they go Ray Area 0. So, like, I don't think that's reliable enough to warrant playing no material, basically.
Okay.
Also, you need every card in your hand and every card you draw to be live against Striker to even have a chance to win. So if you draw into copies of this, it's just completely dead. That's why you never side this in the mirror.
Okay.
You need to grind this.
Yeah, this does stop Dweller, but like I never sided it in like Tristan, because like it's just there's so many draw cards in here. Like you just don't want to ever see it. Like Okay, so for Thunder, we had these 9 powerful hand traps. We didn't play Gamma though, because Driver's a brick, and like we didn't want to do that because it might conflict with Desires,
Yeah.
and like for the Thunder matchup, we decided that we had to like side out search cards. So we didn't want to side out more like cards that could get to starters. So that was a no-no. And yeah, so that was pretty
Cool.
good. And finally, 3 back removal. So this is, as I said, good for Salad, Orcust, and Striker. But this card, so these guys told me an interaction where you can refuse to play the field spell, so you don't activate it turn 1. You just hard re-card your Wolf, and then once you flip all your back row, this for, against Striker, you can like wait until they go end phase multi-roll and then Typhoon it. It's better than Ogre because it plays around Called by the Grave, which someone lets play, but also Mystic Mine, which is very important. So it's literally uninteractable. Say you have like Twin or like Cyclone set, they can like jamming wave it before they like set up the multi-roll kill. Because the way they win is break your board and then it's like set 3, set 4 off multi-roll. Like they need to do that in order to win. Otherwise, you're just typhooning them. They're ending on Suzuku, and they're probably like adding something bad. Like they probably already widowed that turn and afterburner. So they're probably adding like if you put multi-roll in grave, the best they could add is like area 0 or something like that. Also, it's very good against Pendulum.
Yep.
That was it.
This was originally Ogre in like the first list, but you could just lose to like Striker opening like multi-roll, Mine and Evenly. So you have to end with like Raw and Tornado Dragon or Raw and Rage. And Raw has to hit evenly, Rage has to hit multi-roll, and then you need something for Mine, and if it's Ogre, it's just not good. Like, sometimes it can come up where you can just Ogre roll, but if you just have this, it's another Mine out, it's another card against Rogue. Like I said, it's uninteractable. Like, they can't Jackal King negate this, they just lose. It's like the best.
And in some scenarios, you have to make a subpar board, and maybe you don't have any back row, and you can just hold it in hand, and it plays around the jamming waves and MSTs and everything. So.
Yeah.
In an extra deck. So another reason why I wanted to play the deck, and I convinced these guys as well, was to play Double Dweller. So a lot of instances in the mirror where if you both open like average to wealth, but not like outright broken, you need to grind with them. And the best way to do that is make another Dweller to lock them out. Because a lot of the times getting over a Dweller is very, very easy. Even for Orcust, because a lot of the times if you go first and make a Dweller with like not much set, or like hand traps, but like just follow up. Then if you end on Dweller, they get over it with like Candina or Korobane, and then make Dingirsu. They have their grave set up for next turn. You have to kill them, or they have a chance of fighting back, which you don't want, because if you go first, you just want to like win outright. Yeah. So then you can like Stalio bounce away the Dingirsu and just end on a second Dweller. So you don't have to open like broken turn 3 as your follow-up to like kill them. You can just end on Dweller, and it's very safe. You pull it off a lot of the time.
It also means that we just don't have to play Fusion of Fire, because like a lot of people feel pressured to play Fusion of Fire to OTK in the mirror and against Orcust. If you just have a second Dweller, it doesn't matter that you don't kill them, you just make Dweller and they can't play. So you kill them over 3 turns as opposed to being pressured to kill them in 2.
Yeah.
You also have scenarios where you know that they can use their extenders from grave, and if they Stalio link away, they're not bouncing any of your own stuff back. So it's just that extra interaction gone. And they usually have to get rid of Stalio to even try to come back.
Yeah.
Like one huge problem I noticed from playing against opponents with Fusion of Fire was they already had to open really well to pull off the Fusion of Fire OTK. Whereas if you like open really well, stopped your opponent with like hand traps, and then proceeded to draw an extender over the Fusion of Fire, you were just breaking their board and ending on Dweller anyway. So like, why play a card that is only specific for the Salad matchup, not like good for the other matchups? Because if you were playing an extender, you could like not have a dead card in hand versus like Orcust, and instead further like ladder into Heatlio, break their board, and then end on Dweller, stuff like that. 2 Stalio. So this comes up. It's been like a trend that's picked up back recently, and I agree with it. Like, it just comes up, because if this gets hand trapped, you usually don't put it back with Jack Jaguar. You do need this as a follow-up play, same as the Dweller. And then finally Tornado Dragon. So, like, there was, like, in a lot of testing groups that I was in, we heavily debated over whether it was correct to play Tornado or Link 4, and like us three decided to settle with Tornado Dragon, just because like we thought the striker matchup was a problem, and it sort of was. Like when that deck has an infinitely higher ceiling than your deck does, you need to be the controller in that matchup. You can't like be the aggressor. You need to just stop them. Like if instead you can hold rage for something else and this pops roll, then you're in a better position.
Yeah.
Also, it's not bad going second as well. It forces back row. You can like force back row and then ladder into heat gear and start spinning away more back row. Also, the Link 4, like, in some situations you need to out-weird monsters, but like since we played 3 Rage, like we didn't need to out like an opposing Avramax, because we were always going to have it as a deck resource, because his eyes would banish all the copies.
Yeah.
One heater, Broken Villa Mirror. I've heard people say you might need to play 2. No, you can just put it back with Solar Wolf. This is amazing. It's the most generic fire monster like ever. Like,
and everyone else summons it.
Really good. And then finally, just the standard 8. Nothing more, nothing less. You need to play 3. I've seen this with 2. It's just infinitely incorrect.
Like you always want to get 2 Balinks in your grave, turn 1 in the mirror, so they can't go heater, take your Balinks, and then kill your wolf guaranteed.
Yeah, it's super
It's also like if they like crash into your wolf, you can afford to like banish your Balinks, and then if they like set rage, you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to make a monster, turn it into Balinks, summon Gazelle, hope they don't roar, and then quickly dump them in grave for like a wolf. Like,
yeah, like using your Balinks wisely as a protection resource is super impactful, especially in the mirror. Like a lot of the time in a battle phase, if you already see their board and it's going to die, you just let it die so you can play back into it. You know, you chain block Gazelle with a bit of anything, I guess, and you just get to play back. You know, they try to negate it. You Balinks, you summon spinning, and just start winning.
Yep. So that was the move. It was like pretty standard, besides not playing the 3 Veiler, 3 Impermanence. So shout outs. Okay, so a big shout out to Tier 0 Games. We had 6 members enter the event and 2 tops, which was a pretty good result. Zeki also narrowly missed out on top. He had a topping record, but tiebreakers got him. Also, big shout out to these guys. These guys sent me on the Salad deck. It was such a good list. Like, I can't stress, like, it wasn't much better than other Salad lists, but like, the little margins always help get you there to like topping. And then another shout out to these lot and behind the camera. And then the Knots Locals people as well, shout outs to them. And yeah, that's it.
Thanks very much.